Most people believe they are thinking, but Plato would say something different. He would say most humans are not thinking. They are repeating. More than 2,000 years ago, the Greek philosopher Plato introduced a powerful idea called doxa. Doxa means opinion, not truth, not knowledge, just belief based on appearance, habit, and emotion. Plato believed that most of society lives inside doxa without realizing it. And that idea still describes the modern world perfectly. Plato made a sharp distinction between two things, doxa and episteme. Doxa is what seems true. Episteme is what actually is true. Doxa comes from the senses, culture, social pressure, and personal experience. Episteme comes from reason, questioning, and understanding. In simple terms, doxa is what you assume. Truth is what you examine. Most people never cross that line. They inherit opinions from parents, friends, media, religion, and society. Then they defend those opinions as if they were facts. Plato saw this as dangerous, because opinions feel like knowledge, but they are much weaker. Plato explained doxa beautifully using the famous allegory of the cave. Imagine people chained inside a dark cave since birth. Behind them is a fire. Between the fire and the prisoners are objects moving. The prisoners can only see shadows on the wall. They grow up believing those shadows are reality. They name them. They argue about them. They build lives around them. Now imagine one prisoner is freed. He turns around, sees the fire, and walks outside the cave into sunlight. At first, it hurts his eyes. Reality feels uncomfortable, but slowly he understands. The shadows were not reality. They were reflections. Plato's point was simple. Most humans live like prisoners. They mistake appearance for truth. Doxa is the shadow world. Plato believed doxa has two main layers. First is imagination. This is where people believe things just because they look real. Social media, news headlines, trends, reputation. People see something and assume it is true without questioning. Second is belief. This is stronger. It's when people build identity around opinions. Politics, success, morality, relationships. At this level, people don't just hold opinions. They become them. That is why changing someone's mind feels like attacking them personally. Plato understood that humans protect doxa emotionally, not logically. One of Plato's deepest insights is that doxa feels comfortable. Truth does not. Truth requires effort. It requires doubt. It requires letting go of ego. Doxa is easy. You accept what your group accepts. You think what your environment thinks. You repeat what feels safe. That is why Plato said most people prefer illusion to understanding. Because illusion does not disturb identity. Understanding does. Plato's lesson is simple but uncomfortable. If you never challenge what you believe, you are not thinking. You are repeating. Doxa is easy. Truth is demanding. But only one of them leads out of the cave.